Hello everybody, welcome back to The Glitter Enthusiast. If you've noticed anything different, it might be that my hair is a lot shorter. I got it cut yesterday. Today I'm going to be sharing my story and experience in getting a job straight out of college in my degree. Basically, a little bit of background. I was in college, I'm a journalism major, and I applied to tons of jobs out there, and I got one as a copy editor out here in California. And they offered it to me while I was still in college, and they waited for me to graduate, and then I moved out to California, and that is where I am now. That is just a summary of what happened, and I'm going to explain to you in more detail what happened, and I'm going to mix in some advice that I can give to you on how to get a job straight out of college. You don't have to take any of this advice. Also, it may not work for you, because honestly, the job market is really hard, but this is what I did, and hopefully it helps you to get a job as well, if that's what you're looking for. Our story starts in my last semester in college last year, which was 2016. I was stressed because I really wanted a job straight out of college. I really wanted to pay off my loans because I'm so terrified of loans, and I just really wanted to work, and I honestly didn't even care what sort of job I had. I just needed one that wasn't minimum wage and that could help me pay off my loans. Hi, baby. Want to say hi? Want to say hi to camera? Want to say hi to camera? So basically, that entire semester, I applied everywhere, and I applied to every job that was even remotely close to what I was studying. Anything. I applied for anything to do with marketing because it was somewhat similar to journalism and it had to do with writing. Anything. I applied to every job I could. I applied to around 300 jobs, not around. I applied to over 300 jobs throughout the course of that semester. And I tried and I tried and I tried. And I got callbacks from different jobs, and I did a lot of interviews. And I had options, not great options. Lots of them were jobs that I would not have enjoyed whatsoever. But I feel like if you try hard enough, you will get callbacks. They might not be a job you love, but at least it's a job to carry you over until you get one that you actually like, to give you some stability and security. My first piece of advice would be apply everywhere and really expand your pool. And I'm sorry, but lower your standards, because if you're just graduating college, you're kind of at the bottom of the food chain, and you probably don't have that much experience. You do have some experience because we have to do internships and stuff like that in college, but you're kind of at the bottom. So I'm gonna say really lower your standards, and then just stay at a place and wait it out if that's not your dream job until you can move on to a better one that you will actually enjoy more. The second piece of advice I would give you is apply directly on a company's website. I tried LinkedIn. I think I applied to around 100 jobs on LinkedIn, and I don't think I got an interview for any of those jobs whatsoever. I got interviews for, there's this website called Monster Jobs or something like that. I got callbacks from that, and I think Indeed.com, I got callbacks from that. But LinkedIn did not help me whatsoever, so honestly, I would say it's a waste of time. I mean, I put my LinkedIn link on my resume, so maybe employers looked at that, but I did not get any callbacks from any jobs on LinkedIn, so I would say LinkedIn is a total waste of time. But what you can do if you have LinkedIn is, if they're hiring a copy editor at Netflix, I don't think they would be, but if they are, go to Netflix and apply directly from Netflix's website instead of through LinkedIn, I would say, because I feel like I did that a few times and I would at least get an email back, if not an interview. So I'd say go directly to their website, and if you can't find where to apply, just find an email or find multiple emails and just send them and say, hi, I'm interested in this job. Can you send me the correct email? That sounds embarrassing, or it might sound like a lot of work. My cat's being crazy. That might sound like a lot of work or like embarrassing, and you don't want to go through that, but if you're serious enough about getting a job, that's what I did. Just email random people that you know aren't in charge of jobs and ask them, hey, who can I email about this? And yeah, and that might help you get more callbacks and stuff, because I did that and they still got back to me, so that's fine. I mean, it can be embarrassing and weird, but you really have to overcome that if you're trying to get a job. The next thing I would say is abandon the word annoying from your vocabulary when you're applying. if you don't get a call back after an interview, or if you send your resume and they're like, yes, we received it, or they don't respond at all, email them or call them and say, hi, I just wanted to follow up with you and I was wondering if I should follow through with this opportunity or if I should move on. Like, call them, ask them. Don't feel like you're being annoying. If you're annoying, you're probably talking to the HR person, which you're probably not going to work under unless you're applying for an HR position. You probably won't even see the HR people. So if you annoy them, who cares? If you get hired there, you have a job and you probably never have to see those people while you work there. If you annoy them and you don't get the job, you'll never see them again. It really doesn't matter. So do that. Ban annoying from your vocabulary and be persistent, because honestly, I feel like that helps. The next piece of advice I would give to you is, in your free time, dedicate all your time into looking for jobs. Honestly, you should also live in the moment and be present, and Alexa has done a video about that. But what I did is, my spring break, my last spring break of college, I spent doing job interviews. Like, that entire spring break, I just did interview after interview, and I got callbacks from multiple of those jobs. And sometimes at school, like, I would have work during an interview that I was supposed to have, and I know lots of people will be like, oh, sorry, I can't do that time because I have work. I wouldn't do that. I would ask off work to do an interview. I'm pretty sure that's what I did for this job. Make free time to do your interviews and kind of prioritize that. Obviously, don't let it consume your life, but if you can ask off 20 minutes from work to do an interview or something like that, I would say it's worth it. Try your hardest to make time to do interviews. I spent my entire spring break doing interviews, so yeah, I would try and make time to do interviews. The last piece of advice I would give you is, don't give up. Because you might be watching this video and you might be thinking, I've done all of those things and no one will hire me. Well, I think the most important thing is to not give up. Any sort of negativity or fear that you might have, I think use that to drive you and to push you to keep going. If you keep applying to jobs and keep getting rejected, there's still, every time you apply, there's still like, I don't know, a 50% chance you'll get the job, maybe even just a 10% chance. But if you give up, there's a 0% chance that you will get a job. So I'm gonna say keep going. Maybe don't get worked up about certain jobs and be like, oh my gosh, I really want this one. Just keep applying, and don't give up and really persevere, because it's really hard out there, and I know what it's like. It's super stressful to look for a job, but if you keep going, you'll eventually find one that will fit you, and even if it's one that you don't really like, hopefully you can stay there for a few years, gain experience, save money, and then move on to another one that you like better. But yeah, that's mostly my advice. I hope that this video has helped you in some sort of way, and I hope that all of you that are looking for jobs will find one that you love, or at least one that you can hold on to until you find another one that you like more. Anyway, if you like this video, I hope you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe and comment below, and I hope it was helpful. Sorry if it wasn't, but you should definitely watch our other videos because they're more exciting and less instructional. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!